Okay, it says the length of a rectangle is 4 more than its width. How do you write that exact sentence with math? The length of a rectangle is, how do you write 4 more than? Plus 4. So width plus 4. The length is 4 more than its width. Okay. What do you guys know about the area of a rectangle? It's length times width. Okay. So on a test, let's say if you got this question, I'm not going to give you that formula. I'm just going to assume that you hopefully know a formula like that. Length times width. Okay. Now, if I went to type this into my calculator, we couldn't do that, right? There's just way too many letters. We have A's, L's, W's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that statement, since the length is equal to that, does it make sense in math that I could replace the L? If the length is equal to that, I'm going to make a replacement. Okay, so that's all I did, I replaced. Now, this is going to go into our calculator, okay? Obviously, it's like y equals x plus 4 times x in our calculator. Okay? But I want to keep you understanding those letters are representing what, because we're going to have to understand that at the end. Okay, whatever we can start with a zoom 6. Okay, I'm not sure if that's what you guys are looking at, something like that, right? Determine the dimensions if the area is going to end up being 117. So area is my y. So what do I do if I want to figure out when the y is 117? Then I do a y2 at 117. Okay. Do you understand my window is going to have to change a lot? Because right now I graphed up to 10. So window, y max, what do you want to put in there? It has to obviously be, show me 117, 140, I don't know, whatever you pick, it has to just show 117. I'm going to jump by like 20s or something now. Oh, okay, mine is good. I can see, I think, what I need to see. Okay. I'm going to find the intersection.
What was the second one again?
117.
1 bracket 17?
No.
Oh.
I want y2 to equal 117. Okay, I'm going to ask you this question. Why do I not care about some stuff over here? Give me some reasons on my graph why I don't care about some stuff here. Area can't be negative, so like that doesn't even make sense. What else do I want to say? What's your variable on this line?
Width.
Width. What do you know about the width of a rectangle?
Can't be negative.
it can't be negative. So really, none of that even makes sense. So this is the number I'm trying to find. What is the intersection number there? Second calculate intersection. I got x equals 9. Okay. Now, what is that? Okay, so what is our x variable actually? Width. So width equals 9 meters, because the x is our width. And I want the other dimension. It says determine the dimensions. So length is, what do you know about length? 4 more than that width. Okay, that's it. Good? Okay, flip to a different question. I'm going to do one that's similar to that. So this one is the sum of two numbers is the next one I want to do. So we're top 16. Okay, this is going to be the exact same process. You ready? The sum of two numbers is 11. What does the word sum mean? Add. A plus B is 11. Their product is negative 152. What does product mean? Times. Okay, same situation. This, I can't put two variables into an equation. So we're going to make a substitution, okay? I have to either have A or B alone. So which one do you want to pick? It doesn't really matter. A is 11 subtract B. That was just an algebra move. Now, can you see what I'm going to do? I'm going to replace that. If A is equal to that, go into the A spot and make the appropriate replacement. Okay, so the skill you need to add to your development here on this is how to make the equation, because at this point, the rest is calculator stuff, which you know. So put this into y1, put this into y2, and you're trying to figure out where they are equal, which means intersections. Okay, so that's what I'm looking like. Window. What are our ideas about the window already? We got a negative 152 on the y. So I'm going to do a y to negative 200, maybe up to 50. You can graph and see what's going on if you can see it. Okay. Bless you. So, for me, I'm going to move my x max. I want more on the x max there. I'd like to see it all. So I'm going to go 25 to the x max. And I really like that. That's good. Okay, by the way, this little drawing is you kind of showing me what you're actually doing on your calculator. So that's part of showing your work. You did that, and you're trying to figure out where they are equal to each other. And this time, does a negative value work? Yeah. Last time it didn't because negative widths don't make sense, but can we have numbers that are negative? Yeah. Okay, get me this and this, the both of them. So you remember when you do your intersections, you just have to move your mouse closer to the one you want. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I've had people in the past that have actually just given me this answer without doing any work. Okay, you're not going to get any points for that. You have to show me your process, what you're doing. Okay, does this make sense? Do those add up together to 11? Yep. If I multiply those two numbers, do they make negative 152? Yeah, they would. Okay, so that is one more style you're going to see. You're going to see a substitution question. That's a substitution question. Okay, we are going to, I'm sorry, I'm just flipping these pages. Let's go, no, just stay there. I'll flip my page. Donut is the next question, right? Okay, well, let's do this type. Okay, so this type is an area type. Donut is spelled wrong, is that what you said?
No, I was controversial.
I guess I should have brought donuts because we can't have a question without like eating them, right? I know, it was. A donut store is selling donuts. Everyone, can we assume donuts are circular? Is there square donuts in life? I don't know. You've never eaten a square donut? I don't think they are. I'm not sure.
You should bring them for us.
The baker wants to have a jam-centered part. Jam in the middle. Those aren't really my favorite. I like glazed. Just a plain.
With chocolate inside.
Chocolate? Oh, no, just a little plain donut.
What?
Glazed. Or the maple. I like the maple.
Except the jelly.
Okay, the baker wants the area of the jam, jam, to equal the area of the cake part, which is that. The outer radius of the whole donut is 6 centimeters. Do you know what the word radius means? That to that is 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. That really is. That is a big donut. Okay, here's our variable. I do not know this radius. right? Because technically, do you see I have two circles in my drawing? I have a small circle and a whole circle, right? Okay. In words, this is what I'm doing. The area of the jam equals the area of the outside. Who remembers from whatever grade you learned this in, an area of a circle? Pi r squared. Okay. Another background knowledge question. So pi r squared. I mean, if you have to ask me, just ask me. I will tell you that. Okay, so the area of the jam is pi x squared. Because that's what we wrote as the radius, because we didn't know it. Okay, do you understand this idea? The area of the outside portion is me doing the area of the whole thing, subtract the middle. Does that make sense visually? Do you see it? The area of the whole thing, subtract this, leaves me with that. So pi times 6 squared, subtract pi x squared. Okay. Pre-calcers would go all crazy to solve this. We're just going to do a y1, y2. Are you trying to solve this algebraically? Are you excited? No?
I asked if you could pay yourself.
Okay, do we know how to do a pi button? It's over here underneath your clear button. And it's yellow. As soon as you see something yellow, you have to push second and then that. Okay, so second over here.
I was so close touching clear.
Okay, if you are ready to graph it, I would probably do a zoom 6 because our window last time was at like negative 200 or whatever. Pi x squared is the jam.
I like the design of it. It's really weird. I'll put it in our.
Okay, I'm zoom 6ing it. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Oh boy. Okay.
How did you guys?
This is what I know it looks like because I can see the one parabola and then I can see the other parabola's bottom arms, but I'm going to want to look higher then, right? So window, y is areas, so I don't know, what's a good area number to get up to? 140? That's a really random number to pick. 150, I'm going to go. You're like, I picked 138. That's like me setting my alarm. Okay, that's what we got. Everyone's good with what I'm visualizing? And x is a radius. Guess what? This doesn't make sense in real life, that part of it, because radius, it can't be negative. So intersection, I only care about that one. So I got 4.24. Okay, please don't just answer me x equals 4.24. We are finding the x, which is the, on my circle, the radius of the center. So radius equals 4.24. What can I put there? Centimeters, because that's what the problem talked about. Okay, I'm going to do one more. This is on the landscaper question. 15. Alright, so I've flipped, I'm sorry, I'm making you go all over the place to page 15. Landscaper. Okay, we're gonna make a garden 5 by 6.25. Okay, I should have put, I feel like, I know, my one side is longer. I'm gonna switch that because it's bothering me. You don't need to, but doesn't matter which way you go. But I did draw this side longer. Oh, it's 2.5, isn't it? Okay. So she's going to put a garden in the middle of this and then crushed rock around the outskirts. Does that make sense? Can you visualize this wonderful design? A garden in the center, and then there's rocks around it. Okay, she has enough rocks to cover an area of 6 meters, and obviously this border is going to be the same dimension. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Whatever space is that zone is x wide. Everywhere is going to be x wide. Okay, tell me how to figure out the area of the rocks. Does it make sense that I would do the whole rectangle minus the inside rectangle? Same as the donut. Okay, actually the whole rectangle, we can just write the number. What is 6.25 times 5? 31.25. Okay. Now, this one might be a little bit tricky. What is the dimension on that side? It's not a number. You're going to have to use variables in it. What are you doing with the variables? So this is 6.25, and we are less an x and less an x on that side. So I'm going to do the full length and take off 2x. Do you visually see it? Okay. I feel like I get a lot of mistakes on this question because people take off an x. Just one x. But I need to take off 2 because I'm going to have that on each side. What's the other dimension of this side then? Okay, same idea, right? 5 minus 2x. Okay? If you were a pre-calculator, we could do all kinds of things here. but I'm going to type this in, and I want my rock area to be exactly 6. So I will type this in as a parabola, and then I'm going to figure out where does it hit 6. Did we end up with that? Is that our visual? I mean, this is, I did a zoom 6 and then I could see this, but I knew what was going on. Okay. Oh boy, there's going to be 2 intersections here. Okay, so let's find both of them. Obviously, the parts of the graph that don't make sense are negative widths, negative areas, right? Like that all doesn't really make sense below there, but our intersections are in the correct zone. Okay, my values that I got on my calculator are 0.28 and 5.34. Match? Okay, x, what is x? Let's look at our drawing here. X is the distance in that zone, the width of the border. Okay, we got the 0.28 and the 5.34. There's actually a reason why one of those doesn't make sense, and why. 0.28 actually makes sense, so it's the other one. Why can I not have x be 5.34? What's the reasoning? It's longer. If you take 5, if you go in 5.34 and 5.34, that's more than you even started with. So that doesn't make sense, okay? You would make it work. Now you're going to be, your garden is like inverted on the other side, okay? So, how wide should we make the border? 0.28 meters wide. Okay, that one, yeah, but to see why the 5 doesn't make sense, you'd have to kind of think about that. Because what's going on? What is this in real life?